Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Super Terminus and Friends.
Woohoo!
Woo! I'm Corey. That's Dylan.
Yep.
And our special guest today is Tenaya Cleveland.
Hi.
So today we're going to be playing. Tetris. And you said you had a funny Tetris story. Should we
Right now?
start off
At
with
the
it?
gate?
Yeah, why not?
Okay,
What,
so one of the reasons that I don't usually play video games is that when I was young, I got a little addicted.
Mm-hmm.
And
what's wrong with that?
let me finish my story. Maybe you'll understand.
Okay.
You might learn something.
It's an art.
That sounded terrible. You might learn something.
No, not a chance.
I was little and we had like a old Nintendo, maybe first or second edition. I don't even know these things. But I was slightly obsessed with playing two games, Tetris and Super Mario Brothers.
Nice.
And I individually had experiences with each of them where I was playing them so much that I then started hallucinating when I was at school and seeing like a superimposed, like I remember being in my classroom and seeing the Tetris shapes, like the chalkboard and the, like everything started looking like Tetris shapes.
I think there's actually like a condition for that. I've like read about, that's actually a pretty common
Yeah, it probably
thing.
happens to
I've
other
had dreams
people.
about games that I've played a lot where it's like I see the HUD in my dream. Yeah.
Yeah. So when it happened with each of them, I was of mind that I thought that probably meant I should stop playing. And then, I was addicted to things.
So we're going to trigger you today.
I'm excited, though.
Have a relapse.
I think it would take a lot of exposure to get back to that point.
Well, we're going to be playing for at least an hour, so hopefully that'll be enough.
I used to play for a lot of hours. Hopefully. You're excited about me getting re-triggered?
Yeah.
No.
Well, there's so many... Video games have improved so much, so I'm excited to get you into, like, new video games, better ones.
People
there's so much
try
more.
that. I usually suck. I'm willing to try, but I'm not willing to take on another obsession.
Sure.
At this point.
Well, you just have to come back and play on here, and that'll be your obsession.
Totally, I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I can be obsessed with you guys. That's healthy.
Cool. Well, let's go ahead and start. Let's just start playing,
Okay.
and then we'll start talking about things.
Okay.
Can we switch over to the
Wait, are we having
game?
a toast?
Oh, yeah, let's toast first.
Yeah.
Before we switch over.
It didn't take much convincing, but I was going to say I convinced you. I feel like I inspired you to drink.
Yeah. You did.
I don't need much of an excuse.
Yeah, it was
He started it, actually. You inspired me. It's like a domino effect.
Yeah.
Inspiration.
Yep.
So, what should we drink to?
Enablers.
To Terminus of Gaming Festival.
To old addictions.
I feel like I don't really want to cheers to either of those,
that's bad juju.
But I appreciate the spirit.
To good times.
There's an old toast that George from Sissy Carla, the director, George used to do this toast all the time. Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. Come on, Jamaica, it's bobsled time.
Can we swear? Can we swear on here?
Yeah, fuck yes.
Oh, fuck
yes.
yeah. That.
L'chaim.
Tamp it. Boom.
All right,
What
let's
kind of
drop
tequila
some
are
blocks.
we drinking, boys? Men?
Today we're drinking Goza. A little Goza, long way.
In the best way
Goza,
possible.
Goza means enjoy. Enjoy life, enjoy friends, enjoy the moment. Goza, premium tequila.
Yeah.
Hope we get some money or free tequila from that.
More free tequila. Yeah.
Alright, now let's switch it to the actual game.
I'm actually going to play now.
Yes.
That's...
Now that you're properly inebriated. You gotta loosen up.
Mm-hmm.
I do need to loosen up.
That's that one.
Oh, I have to press something to make it sound... Oh. Wait, I forgot how to
You're
play.
mid-game.
Yeah.
It'll warm up.
Shoot. Okay.
Dropping
bombs. It's not good. I wanted to sing a song that was something else, and it didn't work.
Bombs over Baghdad?
No, what's that song? Like getting slizzard. It's about planes. It's fun. It's fun to sing along with. I can't think of it right now.
I'm leaving on
a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again.
No, not that one.
Oh.
It's about getting slizzard, guys. You don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what the word slizzard
getting
means.
Slizzard.
It's like with
it sounds like a sexy
hip-hop.
lizard.
Is that something that like the rappers say?
It's a sexy rappy song. Except for like poppy rap, like it's good for clubs. When you're at the club.
Lizard.
So every time I go to the club, all they do is like mix all the songs together, so like you can't actually enjoy any of the individual songs.
You sound like an old person.
I am.
Back in my day.
Back in my day, we used to play a whole song when we went to the club. Long time.
No, that's gonna do. Ooh, I could do it that way. I forgot.
There's so many
ways to do things.
You just have to commit.
I do. It just takes a while.
I mean, you're talking about this big, long Tetris addiction, and so I'm expecting some like grade A MLG shit right here.
No, I can barely even remember how to do it at all.
It'll come back to you.
I mean, the fact that I'm actually making things go where they're supposed to go and not just dying is a minor miracle.
I feel that way every day.
Yeah, any day that you don't
Lately,
die.
lately I feel that way a lot.
I'm gonna start out by reading the bio that you sent over.
Okay.
Tenaya Cleveland is an actor, filmmaker, and consultant. She broke onto the international scene in a small role on HBO's 6 Feet Under and has appeared in numerous TV shows, indie films, and theater productions, including The Vampire Diaries, Drop Dead Diva, The Haves and Have-Nots, and The Detour. Behind the scenes, Cleveland has produced and/or co-written short and feature films and worked in various positions on projects that have taken her to festivals such as Cannes and Sundance. She does consulting and career coaching for actors and indie filmmakers through her Atlanta-based company Actors Consult, and is one of the founding members of the volunteer-based SAG-AFTRA Atlanta Indie Outreach Committee. Panelist at Terminus, SAG-AFTRA Indie Contracts. Oh, that was the panel you did.
Yeah.
So you've gone to Cannes? I went to Cannes.
Yeah, what year did you go to Cannes?
We went to Cannes.
A long time ago.
Long time.
It was at, I had a little weird burp there for a second. It was about 10 years ago.
Nice.
When I was a wee little baby.
Were you there for a specific film?
Well, I thought I was really special, and it turned out later I wasn't as special as I thought I was, but,
Yeah, Cannes will make you feel like that.
or it'll make you feel dead inside. No.
Yep.
It's just so hard to be there sometimes. It's just a lot of energy, and like, oh my gosh, I have Cannes stories. So first, how did I go there?
Let's do some Cannes stories.
Let's do it.
We've both got Cannes.
I think you can't go there without having Cannes stories, can you?
It's pronounced cans.
Con.
Con. It's pronounced con. How did I get there? Oh, so I was in a short film.
Practice.
And this is about to get messy, y'all. I can feel it.
The game or the story?
Oh, both. But I meant the game. Oh, wait. No. Damn. Okay. How do you talk and play?
It takes
and think
coordination.
about the past all at the same time.
I mean, you just have to...
Okay, there was a short film, and we entered it into Cannes, and they were like, congratulations, you made it into the Cannes Short Film Corner. You will get 2 free passes to the Cannes Festival. I was like, oh my gosh, amazing, I always wanted to go. And I had like 2 weeks to plan and like $7 in the bank.
Okay.
And somehow I pulled it all off. I can't even really tell you how. But I got there, and we stayed with couch surfers outside of town, which is stupid. Because it's really hard to do Cannes from outside of town, because at least at that time the train, like, if you go to something at the Palais, when it gets out, the train is no longer running. So then you have to wait till like 5 in the morning to get your train home, but you have to wear like high heels to everything. And so I was like walking around in high heels all night long in my gown on more than one occasion. By the time it was the last night there, I literally couldn't walk anymore. People had to help me walk because my legs and ankles were so tired from days upon end of hardly sleeping and walking in heels.
Why haven't they made a shoe for the active, classy lady?
Yeah,
I'm
just
pretty
wear
sure they
flats.
have, but I probably didn't even know about it. I mean, I was going on $7 when I planned this whole thing.
You look like you have something to say.
Yeah.
I do. You actually, there was a dress code for many years. Women were not allowed to wear anything other than high heels, and actually, there's been a lot of pushback in recent years.
Oh man.
Saying that if men don't have to wear high heels, then why?
Yeah,
women?
make men
So,
wear heels.
That's my feminist 2
That's
cents.
the
Yeah.
French for you.
Well, and it might be that it has changed since then. That was 10 years ago. It's like a million years.
I mean, what do you expect from people who gender their pronouns?
Yeah, anyone with a romance language.
that was close.
Nice.
That was
was
there you
really
go.
freaking
There you go.
That was a
See, it's all
freebie.
coming back to you. It's all muscle memory.
It's all coming back.
I got to go last year, and so it was the 69th year. So the poster I got says 69 on, which I'm pretty happy about.
Fun.
I still haven't framed it because I haven't gotten a frame.
Oh,
for
you
it
should.
yet, but-
Just take time.
You should talk to my girlfriend before she quits her frame shop job.
Do it.
Oh, I was just gonna order a cheap one off.
I mean,
eBay
if
or
you've got a
something.
frame hookup,
Yeah. So
I'll
many
use
frame
it.
things. Cool. What was
so the bottom.
What was the
So
actual-
so the punchline of why it wasn't like I thought it was super cool, but it turns out that pretty much everyone who pays $90 and submits to Cannes, if you have a short film, you get in the short film corner.
Yeah.
But the cool thing about it is they do give you passes to the actual festival, and you can show your film to anyone you meet there, and so it's not bad.
Yeah.
Did you get to make cool connections while you were there?
I met some cool people for sure. I mean, let's see, Gus Van Sant had a film that premiered there, and there were these 2 teenage boys that were the stars of it, and they were like underage, but they snuck out one night, late night, and me and my friend were out, and we like showed them all the late night sandwich shop, and it's the kind of place you really could run into anyone at any time. I had already met Quentin Tarantino.
Oh man.
Yeah, I saw Quentin Tarantino the year I was there.
So I didn't really meet any celebs. I saw a couple, but I missed out on the whole rubbing elbows.
Yeah, I have a thing. I mean, I don't know exactly what it is, but I will. It's not uncommon for me to just kind of like.
Charisma and self-esteem.
I don't know what the second one, but maybe the first one, maybe.
What is that? What is self-esteem?
What is?
The year that I went, this isn't my story, but some of the students that we went with through CMF, through Campus Movie Fest, they met Jay Baruchel and Kit Harington, and they didn't. So the one who was excited, loved Jay Baruchel, and was like, "Hey, will you take a picture of me with Jay?" He said this to Kit Harington. So I like to think that was a nice humbling moment for Jon Snow to just. To just have someone just completely not recognize them at all.
Well, it might be nice, not even humbling, but just nice. Sometimes it's just nice to not...
Be a human being.
Yeah, sometimes it's nice to just be
like
human.
that song from Driver.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't either.
Do you have any crazy fan experiences now that you've... I'm feeling
Fan?
Yeah, because you talked to me a little bit before about
No.
stuff that you've...
Damn
No,
it!
I'm sorry, I just...
Okay,
You
you'll recover. You'll recover.
bastard.
See, look,
Just
you got it. You got
Just
it.
kidding.
Because you mentioned that you've got a little bit of a fan base now based on some guest appearances that you've done and whatnot.
Did I say that?
This was a couple years ago.
Oh. Well, since then I have none. No, I,
What
yeah,
was
no.
a Tyler Perry show?
Yeah. I
One of
interacted
your
with the
fans is watching and their heart just broke.
No, I'm just kidding. I love everyone. But yeah, no, I mean, I haven't had any super crazy ones.
That's good. You don't want crazy ones. You
No.
want good ones.
Yeah, I do want good
Now,
ones.
you were on Vampire Diaries for did you ever
Yeah.
meet Rob Peralgo? He's
Rob
worked.
played my husband on The Haves and the Have-Nots.
Oh yeah, I used to work a lot with him.
Yeah?
He's a character. He had a crazy fan that was like.
Well, it's funny, I was actually just thinking about her.
Oh, you were thinking of his crazy.
Because...
no.
Somebody meant to do it all!
Oh, you second guessed yourself.
Yeah, you got to commit.
Stop that.
Please send it to us or yourself.
To him.
Little column A, little column
Stop
B.
telling me I have to commit. It's not my fault I have commitment issues. Oh, this is perfect.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah, that's gonna be okay for a minute there.
You're doing good.
I mean, thank you.
You're at level 7 already?
It's not I tried to do. Ah! Stop! You jinxed me by telling me I was doing good.
Sorry,
You're doing
I'll stop
terrible.
encouraging
Okay.
you. Get good.
Oh no, I think I just screwed myself.
It happens.
Okay.
Music is so classic. So wait, so he played your husband on what?
The haves and the have-nots.
Haves and Haves Not.
Ah!
When was that? How long ago was
I'm about to die
that?
really soon.
Am I distracting you?
That's the point of this podcast.
Yeah.
It's all, well, kind of.
I don't even understand. Okay.
Just free your mind.
And the rest will follow?
You have to let go.
Don't be so shallow. Ah!
You got this. You can do it.
That was really loud.
So 17,017.
It's a lot of sevens and ones, which are lucky for me, so it's perfect that I dive in.
And you end on level
And
5.
level 7.
77, score 17017, level 7.
That's pretty amazing. They'll probably
Booyah.
ask you to put in your initials in the next screen.
Oh, what do I do?
There you go.
Yeah.
Woo!
Wait,
Oh,
number
not even
one?
just initials.
Yeah.
What?
You are
There
a
you go. There you
Tetris
go.
master. All right, so you weren't just talking.
I mean... Oh, okay. That reminds me of a video that my friend Deepak and I made where he's going bing bong bing bong bing bong bing bong bing bong bing bong and I'm dancing. You should look it up on YouTube. It's fabulously hilarious. My theory was that I would get to the... There we go. It's exciting. How did that person get exactly 10,000? That's also kind of eerie.
I think those are the preloaded high score or something.
Oh,
Howard.
I don't know if this is special.
Friggin' Howard.
Howard.
All right, and I seal the deal by...
Pressing the start button.
Oh,
There we go.
yeah. Who's
Now you
next?
can play.
Here, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
I
mind
feel it.
giving
I
this
can feel it going that
Well,
way.
now we can talk about
Now I can think and drink.
think and drink. Thinking and drinking.
Boys and girls at home.
I don't know how this works.
I was telling these gentlemen that one might think that I drink a lot because
How do you turn it?
certain circumstances I do.
You got it.
There you go.
I'm figuring out.
Okay.
It's only like 2 buttons that you have to be concerned with.
Certain circumstances I do, but then other times in my life I don't at all for long periods of time. So I'm trying to convince everyone that I'm not a drunk while I'm drinking.
It's okay.
Only good tequila.
Really
Goes
good
up pretty
stuff.
good. I really mean that.
That's
I'm
good.
a little bit of a snob.
I think I'll
That
have
is
a
good
little more.
tequila.
I want to not.
And I don't normally like
not
tequila.
remember this podcast.
Corey,
Hmm?
the bottle's empty.
Oh.
Well, they don't know that. It'll look like I'm.
Looks like she's partying hard.
Finishing it
Corey,
off.
slow down! Slow down!
Stop it.
He does this every week.
It's actually. It turns out this is an intervention. A live streamed
We're
intervention.
here for you.
Pull down the banner.
Terminus Intervention Conference.
I feel like I need a tissue for my nose.
Oh, would you like it? Would you like a tissue?
Yeah.
You-
I have to ask you about Sissy Carlisle.
Yeah, I know
and
you
how did now
Because you worked on it, Dylan. We
Yes,
should
Yeah.
probably
I worked on. We
introduce
worked
it.
on something together. I
Yeah.
didn't even realize until I saw your bio today, because I saw your picture on the thing. I was like, she looks so familiar. But how was that? Because I left the production kind of early. I had to work on some other stuff, and I was just wondering how that wrapped up. Because I know it was a gauntlet. I mean, it was an indie film.
do. Yeah, it's an indie
And-
film. I mean, it was like not only an indie film. Fran was working a lot with her students, and so they changed every year. And there were a lot of people who were learning as they went. And I mean, I don't know. I was a supporting role, and so I had a limited exposure to
looked good. You
the
couldn't
full
see your
shooting schedule. I
Word.
saw part of how it worked, but towards the end, my scenes were shot, and they were still, doing other things. So, can you ask a more specific question?
Well, okay, so your character was the eccentric one. I
I prefer to think of her as. I was going to try to come up with something witty. Sure.
Because I remember, like, one of the characters had a car that they were going to smash, and I was wondering if they ever did that scene and how that worked.
Oh, they smashed it. They smashed the heck out of it.
How did that work out?
It was a combination of visual effects and actually smashing a car. But it looked good.
Did you go to the premiere for that?
Yeah, there were...
Because they had it at the Atlanta Film Festival.
I know. Yes, I was there.
You you laugh like you have...
Well, you said it like... I felt like you said it like you were telling me some information.
No, well, I was telling the audience.
Oh, yeah.
I was, yeah, because they don't know. They're not up on things.
Or maybe they do.
Maybe they are.
Maybe they know all about Goza Tequila and Sissy Carlisle and the Atlanta Film Festival.
It's a very specific audience.
Yeah, I was there, and I mean, I'm always a little nervous before anything I do, and it had been so long since I'd shot the scenes. I thought, you know, as an actor, I probably would make different choices now, and I just, you know, we always worry because so much of how we end up is in the hands of other people, especially the editors.
Yeah.
And, you know, that means that on one hand, editors don't get enough credit a lot of time.
Tell me about it.
On the other hand, if I ever look bad, it's the editor's fault. So.
Oh, I just messed myself up. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut off your story.
No, it was important.
It was. I kind of.
It's all right. It's all right.
I think I went for consolidation instead of.
Yeah.
Oh man.
This time around.
Oh no.
Oh bro. Oh bro.
Oh jeez.
Oh jeez, Louise.
Oh, boy.
You need a couple long ones, and I don't see them coming anytime soon.
Oh no. Oh no.
No.
Okay. Well, what you could do is maybe do one across there, and then kind of break it down, and.
There was the long.
Oh yeah, you're just
slightly painful.
Okay. I used to be better at this.
You can still pull it back. Good, right in there.
Can I call anyone's game?
Can I call mulligan on that one? Can I?
No, go for it. Go
like
ahead.
a Carrie Mulligan?
Like sure.
I met her once. She was not very nice to me.
I wanted to trounce your high score, but I just that was a practice round.
So you're putting you on notice, Carrie Mulligan. No, just kidding.
I know you're watching.
I know you're watching, Carrie Mulligan.
No, what was funny is I didn't know that she had me drop her off. I was a chauffeur in LA. Do you want stories? I got stories.
Yeah, please. No, please. If this segues into a good story, let's do it.
I got lots of good stories. Technically, I'm not really supposed to talk about them, I think.
Yeah, whatever. We're drinking, so it's fine.
Yeah,
that's a good theory. Contracts are no when you're drinking, just so you know. For future reference.
NDA. It says it on the bottom of the NDA. If drunk, it's fine.
If drunk, specifically on Goza Tequila, because you cannot be responsible for yourself.
This NDA sponsored by Goza Tequila.
Drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly. And always take responsibility, even if the alcohol is a prime suspect.
You know.
Nice.
Okay, so if you can't talk about it, I won't force you. I don't want to like.
I'm trying to figure out what I can say. I mean, there's not a whole lot specifically to say. She was somewhat polite. I mean, we had the gamut from people who were super friendly, treated you really well, wanted to talk to you, whatever, or even treated you well and maybe they didn't want to talk to you because they had things they had to do, but they'd be like, "Oh, I'm working on lines," or you could tell they were getting on the phone or whatever.
Right.
And then there were people who just sort of did the basic, like, excuse me, tequila burps. And Chinese food. These people fed me dakchays. I feel like I want to do commercials for everyone for free. It's probably against my union contract, but I love the union.
I wish the union was watching.
I do love the union. Some people from the union, I'm sure, are watching.
I hope so.
I mean, maybe not right the second.
Hey, at least we'll get our views up.
Yeah.
You're the copyright.
If you're part of the SAG-AFTRA, like and subscribe.
Yeah, I mean, I'll share it with my people. No, what I do remember is that, so then there would be the people who would give you the basic information, because I'd always ask things like, you know, is the temperature okay? Would you prefer music or no music? Things like that, basic things when people got in the car. Other than that, I wouldn't start conversations with them unless they wanted to talk. And then there were the people who literally wouldn't talk to me, even just to give me the basic information.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they were with their people who would talk to me instead, and sometimes they were just in the car alone and would completely ignore me. So from what I remember, she wasn't that bad. She didn't completely ignore me, but I think she just did it like super very basic, nothing else. Which I understand. I might do that sometimes, especially if she was shooting and she was like working on being in character or whatever. But what I thought was cute was I used to have a crush on Shia LaBeouf.
Used to.
Yeah. And
This is during his Holes days.
this was like
His Even Stevens period.
no, it was
Dude,
after
he's
that.
great in Fury. Or that whole movie's great, but
Yeah, I couldn't watch it. I started to. I was supposed
it's
to watch
pretty
the whole thing. It was
intense.
super
It's
intense.
pretty intense.
He's a good
Like
actor.
camping.
I hear, and this may have changed, but I used to hear that he pretty much hit on like everyone he met, and could be a little not nice sometimes. But I mean, everyone goes through their crap.
Just
and,
do it.
That was his thing. That was like a.
Did you
Yeah.
ever?
Oh, but yeah. So I had a crush on him, and I didn't. I think I looked her up because I didn't know who she was. This was right when she had just become a little bit better known, and I was like, she's dating Shia LaBeouf, and then she had me drop her off at this address, and there was a big black truck, and I just got this I felt very like I was psychically in tune, and I was like, that's Shia LaBeouf. I just dropped her off at Shia LaBeouf's house.
Shia. Come down.
And you went up
No,
to.
I
Did you
didn't
go
want
up
him
to
then.
his
Listen.
window and hold up a stereo? And
Yeah, I dropped her off, and then I went and got a stereo. I thought that would be a great idea.
in your wait, which song was it that they play in the
Something
movie?
good.
James
I don't
in
know.
Our Eyes.
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Look at my posture.
I try not to think about it.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
we're not.
We're all
just, like, in that
gamers.
tiny
We
little
have
corner,
bad
so it's
posture.
Okay,
like,
tiny corner. That's,
Yeah.
Tiny corner.
I like it.
Tiny corner. Sorry, been watching too much Rick and Morty.
So.
Yeah.
So fuck you, Carrie Mulligan, is what we're. No, I'm just kidding.
I didn't say that.
No, I'm pretty sure those were your words exactly.
No, here's my message for
Verbatim.
the world.
That's what we should just start.
Here's my
throwing-
message. It's important.
Just
Okay.
insult celebrities and see if they
That's how
tweet
you
back.
get views. You just keep
That
starting
might be
insulting
true,
people.
actually, but I just don't
That'll
like
win you a
the-
presidency.
Too
Too soon? Nope.
No, never. Too soon for that. No, here's my message. If you're ever riding in a limo, zine, or a town car, whatever, first of all, even if they tell you, even if production says, don't worry about tips, we covered it, it's usually nice to still tip something. And certainly, it's just good to tip your driver. And you don't have to be like best friends with a person, but just remember they're a human being and treat them well. That's all.
That's good advice.
Good advice for a lot of things, but I think
Yeah. Especially nowadays with like Uber and Lyft, like everyone gets that experience now. So you just gotta know to just be nice to them.
Yeah, be nice to them. And I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't tell people. I guess some people do tip their like Uber and Lyft drivers, which is very nice.
I do. Now that
I
you
do.
can tip on the app, I try to, especially if they're nice.
I do Lyft.
Yeah.
I tip on Lyft.
I do Uber. I think is the one.
I actually don't. I haven't taken Uber for a while, but yeah, it was like a political thing, but I don't really know. I should probably research whether that even matters anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I use Lyft because it has less of that
Yeah.
political stuff.
Is that the? Is that
It's maybe a
the?
little bit more, but
The rub? Because I'm not up on
they
things.
just had it's probably fine by now. Like hopefully they've fixed
Well,
that,
there
but
were
it was
a few
mostly
things.
just like
There were a few things that were going on.
they didn't vet people as well as they should have.
There were some issues with drivers. There were some they were supporting some things politically that I didn't necessarily think were the best things.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. No, this is something I really wanted you to do.
I had
It's
a
okay.
cl-
It worked out.
I had
No,
a-
Okay.
it's fine. Yeah, I saw it.
I know.
I don't know what. I don't.
Put it in there. Yeah. No.
Ah!
Yes. That's what I
Oh
said.
no! Oh. Well, I
It's
guess
okay.
that's fine.
It's okay.
It's not backseat tech.
Am I
There you go.
triggering you?
It's fine. I'm fine. Okay. We should talk about something else.
Let's do some. Let's do some dueling dialects. Because I noticed you have a bunch of dialects on here.
Oh, that's one of my. I hate it when people because I'll do it, but here's the thing: if I have time to practice, I'm a lot better.
Okay. Well, we should just. You want to just do it anyway? Because
Sure.
I like
Yeah.
doing dialects.
Yeah, as long as people
So-
understand it's
I
not going
don't
to be.
know what that
Don't
is.
expect this to be
That-
professional
accents.
level. This is just for fun.
Oh,
Dialects are accents.
I can't do that.
That's fine. You concentrate on playing.
Okay, I think I can manage that.
So we'll just go in the order of your on your resume here.
It's not
Okay.
your resume. It's
Oh, sorry. Our producer Melissa
Pulled it off of
pulled
the
it
internet.
and formatted it in a very pretty way. And
I stalked you on the interweb.
But I want to say something else about the bio you read, because listening
What's
to
that,
you
Matt?
reading it while I was sitting here was really bizarre for me, and I felt the need to say that even though that's what I sent to you and I did write some of it, some of it was written by a promo person.
okay.
So some of it, I just
So
feel like
does
it
it
would sound
sound-
weird if I wrote it about myself, and I didn't.
Okay, good.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Noted.
Thank you.
You didn't brag too much about yourself.
Yeah, some of the things on there.
That is weird to writing bios.
Like the part that says that I broke onto the international scene. I didn't make that up.
That doesn't.
Someone
Yeah,
else
that's
did.
honestly that doesn't.
I
Make
mean,
so
have
much
you
sense.
That does
been
make sense,
have you
actually.
been
Does-
shown in
Yeah.
more than one country?
Yes.
Then
Oh,
it's
okay.
international.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
It's a legit thing to say. I wouldn't have left it in there if it wasn't, but it's just a funny thing that I wouldn't have
Oh,
thought
crap.
to say about myself.
Oh, it's all coming apart now.
No.
Oh, bro.
There
Oh,
you
bro.
go. Oh.
No, no,
And then
no,
you didn't-
no,
yeah.
no,
Oh no.
no.
Oh.
Oh, but
Got one.
yes.
Which-
Very exciting.
Oh no.
Oh, you have a higher score, but your level is lower.
What?
It's because I probably got more lines simultaneously.
Oh, yeah. I didn't focus on that at all.
But this is also your second go round.
Yes.
Oh,
Dope.
but it's cool because I got 60. Execute order 66.
That's
Sorry.
interesting. Yeah, I had more lines, but lower score because it was less together. Now I know. I forgot that part of the strategy.
Yeah.
Next time.
Combos.
All right.
Okay, so you want to do dialects?
So excited.
Okay, so we'll just start in the order. Oh, that's right. I said resume, and they're like, nope, not resume. Anyway, okay, American Southern. That's easy. Should I start or you?
You
I'll start. Okay. This will be easy because I'm like from South Georgia. So you just kind of like, for me, it's just you just let everything kind of go. You just kind of let it happen because I fought it for so long, not having a Southern accent,
Right.
and so you just let it go. You just don't correct. And
Anyone pass or
Well, if you're
She
talking
wants
about
it.
yourself, that would make sense because you grew up around here. For
Mhm.
me, it's a whole different thing. It's a whole different thing altogether. I gotta make myself sound kind of like that.
Right.
Right.
yeah, I grew up in Forsyth County, Georgia, so sometimes it just slips out. Oh,
Right.
so did our producer.
So everyone-
Like when I'm talking to my
'Cause
family,
I know
sometimes
I don't sound
it-
very authentic necessarily, but if I hung out around you talking like that for a while, I probably could.
Probably could.
Probably could.
Probably could.
Which could you?
Yep.
Yep.
Then I'll play some.
Can you do a
Russian?
Russian in honor of Tetris?
The Russian accent is not an easy accent to do. It is
He's not
hard R's. It's
in Soviet Russia. Tetris blocks you.
in the mother country. No, I think I am messing it up very much.
Well, it wasn't on your list, so that's okay.
It's not for a reason. What else?
The next one is Australian.
I knew you were going to say Australian because that's the hardest
Australian.
one for me to pick out in my brain.
It was the next one. It was the next one alphabetically.
Yeah, it's
To do.
alphabetical. That's why. It's not in order of what I'm best at.
Oh, crikey.
Crikey,
Put
No,
some
I-
shrimp on the barbie.
Bobby.
That's not
I've heard
nice.
this one phrase you can use.
Foster's not
It's,
beer.
I like that hat, mate.
I like that
I
hat,
like
mate.
that hat,
Oh,
mate.
Like it.
mate.
That's like,
Like it a lot.
I like it. Drop bears,
There's
bogans.
we used to say, because khakis and car keys are pronounced the same.
Khakis.
So I'd be like, I got my
Khakis.
khakis and my khakis.
One of my favorite YouTubers is Australian. Shout out to Faceless. He'll never watch
Faceless.
this, but he's
How do you know? You should send him a
Tag
message.
faceless.
man.
Tag him.
Tag
That's
Faceless.
so loud. So loud. Sorry.
faceless. No. He trying to
What
tag
is
him.
Melissa? She's like,
He's like, fuck it.
what is that?
I don't know how to tag a person.
Oh, no. You
We'll do it later.
We're not
We'll do
saying
it
you really
later.
have to. We will at some point, right?
That wasn't.
I
meant
love
as a-
that
as
you
a-
were
as like an
so
order.
you were so committed that you were like, if I knew how, I don't. Sorry. Yeah.
So you can't. So Australians not your.
The thing is, I've been drinking and I didn't prepare for this. What's next?
Next one is British. Just straight up British is what it says. So that could be England's Rose. That could be Cockney. That could
My
be. I
favorite.
think Cockney's on here though.
If I British. A British accent.
high class?
You know what helps me with British accents is reading.
Oh, I was like drinking.
No, there's no more to drink. Premium Goza tequila is made from finest Mexican agave, grown for 9 years before harvest. Before extracting only the best agave honey nectar, our tequila goes through a careful double distilling process, before being bottled at the peak time. The result is a perfect tequila made with only the natural sugars of the Weber blue agave. Is that all right?
That sounded lovely. Now I really want more tequila.
It makes it sound so much.
Where are the other
classier.
bottles of tequila?
They're not actually
Tequila.
sponsoring us, by the way. We just
Not
wanted
yet.
tequila.
Well, they sponsored
Yeah, they sponsored
Terminus,
Terminus.
Yeah,
but they didn't
but
specifically sponsored.
They
this
didn't give us any more money for this.
podcast
Yet.
But yeah,
Oh,
this
that
is
looks
it's
sort
like
of phallic.
But we accept payment in tequila.
Oops.
Oh.
God, level 1. I'm suck at this game.
All I have to say about that is
Go again. I gotta warm
if
up. You
more
can warm
Goza
up.
tequila
Yeah.
comes to this
You
this
didn't-
place because of me, then I just want some.
Yeah, of course.
All right, so
British.
you're British.
I gotta do British. Okay. No, I need to figure out. I can't think of words. That's my worst part of impressions of thinking.
Words, me too.
Thinking of words. So,
Just quote something from Monty Python.
No.
A
Nobody
swallow.
expects the Spanish Inquisition.
The airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow.
I can do I fucking watch so many Britcoms. I can do a British accent. I just can't think.
That's the problem.
Just
Thinking.
just narrate what you're doing in the game with a British accent.
Put the block down and just make it go in the hole and it goes down. And the next one's a Z. And that's how they say the word Z in British, because they say Z, and the Canadians say Z as well.
The word Z?
They say the word Z. The end of the alphabet is called Z.
The
It
word
is called
Z.
Zed.
Z.
The word Z.
The
It's
word
true.
Z.
The
The word
word.
Z that represents the letter Z. Does that pass?
You've
Yeah.
got red.
British.
We can
You've
move
got
on.
red on you.
We're only
red
on
on
B.
you.
We've got a whole bunch of
We've got, okay.
the alphabet
Let's
left.
do-
I wonder how many people we've offended tonight with our
Not enough.
If anyone's offended from tonight,
Yeah.
they need to.
Well, being
therapy.
offended is very in
And I'm
vogue
not
right
saying
now.
therapy's bad.
So
I'm just
it's-
saying you might need some. What?
So next one is Brooklyn.
All right. So again, it's like you're
is
from
there
New
a
York.
phrase for-
If you're from New York, there's all the different dialects from within New York, right? And
Right.
so I gotta admit, I don't always. I gotta do research sometimes to pull the different ones out, but I think of Brooklyn as more like the kind of lower register, and tough. I don't know why I think of Brooklyn as tough. I got a couple different New York accents. And Brooklyn's to me is the lower register, and yeah.
Oh, Corey.
Right. Oh god, this is terrible. Right. So. Oh god, I don't know how I can do Brooklyn. It got me psyched up now that you've mentioned how different it is than other ones. Because I could be, it could be Bronx. I could accidentally do a Bronx accent.
My dad's from the Bronx. I can't do a Bronx, but I could probably if I really practiced.
Hot dog. I just remember
Hot dog.
This is part in.
That's more like Long Island.
There's this part in
hot
Half
dog.
Baked where the actress just says hot dog in a weird way. I always thought that was funny. Hot dog.
What dog?
That's my hot dogs. Brooklyn, hey yo, Brooklyn
Hey, yo,
Stadium,
Brooklyn, yeah.
Yankees.
Right?
Say hello to your mother
do the
for
long
me.
Say
register,
hello.
yeah.
It's pizza pie.
I'm just thinking that
Making it
SNL
off of-
sketch with what was it Mark
Mark
Wahlberg?
Wahlberg.
Oh yeah, say hello.
He's talking
say
to-
hello
to your mother
Say hi
for
to your
me.
mother for me.
A lot of people want to eat to you, but I just want to talk to you.
Say hi to the cast of How I Met Your Mother for me.
Mark Wahlberg is lovely.
I bet.
Have you met
He
him?
seems like a
I have.
nice man.
I have a selfie with him. It's a terrible, terrible selfie, but I do have one.
I didn't really take to him until he did until I saw Ted.
I met him at the Fighter premiere in LA, and I really enjoyed that. I thought he did a great job, and he was just lovely. That's all I have to say about that.
That's all I've got to say about that.
That's all I've got to say.
Will you try to do a gump?
Oh, speaking
And
of
then
which,
What's that?
Cockney is
Cockney.
next.
Cockney.
Can you do a Cockney accent?
Right,
eh?
Cockney. Right, Cockney accent.
Right.
Hello, Mary Poppins.
Hello,
I can do a
Mary
Dick Van Dyke.
Poppins.
Dick Van Dyke, not Cockney accent. Hello, hello, hello.
My-
Shine your shoes and pick your pocket, I will.
Oh, really? You'll pick my pocket?
Oh, shit.
Shite. You messed up, didn't ya?
Oh, bother.
Oh, I've cocked up.
Right.
Harry Potter.
Here's what's great about a Cockney accent. I've got one thing to say. It's Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. On Prime Minister Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Right? You wouldn't say Potter.
Potter.
You'd say Potter.
Potter. It's like
Harry Potter.
Got or stop.
No H. No T. Harry Potter.
Potter.
My favourite thing about the Cockney accent is the F's and the
Oh,
THs.
jeez. Yeah, it's a thing.
It's a thing.
That's what.
Oh, wow.
That was
Oh,
so
wow.
exciting.
Oh, wow.
So
Corey's making
close.
memes over here.
Making memes on that. See, making.
I also-
that song keeps coming back and I can't remember it.
I also think about that show.
Oh.
I just think about that show Misfits.
I think
The
about.
woman, the woman that plays like the Chev, has a really good like Cockney accent. So
think
it's
about
a
that show.
it's a shapeshifter, isn't it?
And it.
Oh, Corey. Sorry,
What?
I'm engrossed in this.
It's
Oh, yeah, I'm
alright.
feeling
It's
terrible.
alright.
I'm not a good
It'll
Tetris.
be alright.
Not a good Tetris player.
You had some
It's
clutch
alright.
plays there at the end, though. That
I
was some
know.
pretty. See, as soon as I get to that top thing, I just go into panic mode, and it all
Is it my turn to play again?
shows how you gotta reclaim your throne at the top of the
And
leaderboard.
I've got some strategy to work toward. There's let me finish.
Here's a thing, brother.
Here's a
Bro-
thing.
Brother is a good. That's
Brother,
another good
yeah,
like Cockney.
Yeah.
So brother, bangers and mash and quite right and
Quite right.
and mostly SIGs and
What's that show with Ricky Gervais?
extras.
You won't look at them.
No. Is
The
this
Office.
No. not. No.
Idiots
Extras?
Abroad.
It's a. No, it's about an old.
Life's too
folks
short.
home.
Oh,
It's really
Derek.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that one.
it's
that
a
one.
sad. That's a sad show.
But it's funny and
It's
sad.
inspirational but sad.
And sweet. It's bittersweet.
It's bittersweet.
I like the Cockney accent. I mean, I'm not perfect at it, but I like it.
Accents are fun.
Mm.
The next one is the French. The French
Oh.
accent.
Oh, oui.
Wah.
Ouais. The French accent is it's I like this because it is a whole different place in the world you're speaking from, and
Sing some more in the back of the throat.
the back of
The throat. Say it. Oh, your
I
R's are just kind
can't
of
do
roll.
this. I can't.
kinda
You're not
roll.
able to.
No, I can't do the
If you
French.
practice it, you may be able to, but maybe not because
So
not
that's the
everyone
problem. Is
can
I'm
do this.
lazy.
Yes, well, if you're not inspired, then there is no reason.
The thing is, you'll usually have.
Can you give me like a Merovingian from no?
I don't know. I
from
don't know what that
Matrix?
means.
Yes.
Oh,
The character in the Matrix.
level 0, right? That's where I start.
How's the wine?
Sure.
The wine.
I mean, that's where we've been starting, right?
escargot, And the French bread. Oh,
The
You're going very Lumiere
The French
with
word.
it.
This is
Zutalo!
France.
I have chocolate.
stuff. It's delicious. Don't believe
The
me? Ask
all
me.
guess, the all guess.
Les poissons. I love les poissons.
Did you see the live action? Did you see the live action Beauty and the Beast?
That is, I am not singing from Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, but I was.
I
I
know.
go.
It's okay. It's okay. I
was
did
just
not see
trying
it.
to- just trying
But
to-
I want to see it because I think a friend of mine from the theater wrote the script or something. Bob DeRosa.
Melly?
I'll watch Emma Watson do anything.
Oh, she's lovely.
It was a good. I mean, it's pretty much just a shot-for-shot remake of the animated one with maybe a few little extra bits put in. But I thought it was
Bits and bits.
charming. The Beast looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's
He
a
looked
good-looking
better as a beast than he did as a human. Like,
I don't know what that means. I mean, the actor might be slightly offended, but I might be screwing myself. What's going on here?
So the next one on the list is Minnesota.
I put that on there. Oh, because I've got family from the Midwest, and I sometimes can do it. I mean, it's one of those
Yeah?
things you gotta really. All these things. I'm like now I'm all putting things together. Yeah, like it's a little nasally, and so like I don't know. I can't really think right now. I'm trying to play a game and do accents. I don't know.
Put the 4 pieces in there. And oh yeah, that's a good.
Oh yeah.
That's a
all
good
right.
use of the straight one.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I used to think about the Fargo, the movie Fargo.
Oh
I
yeah.
was like, oh yeah, that's
Oh,
your.
that's
Guess that's your friend there in the wood chipper.
I mean, that's the one that really, like, I don't know. Whenever I think Midwest accent, yeah, I always think Fargo, which I have not seen in some time.
Well, you should see that. It's a good movie.
yeah. I think this trying to strategize that way doesn't work very well for me. I don't know. We'll find out.
You just got to go block by block.
Step by
I play my
step.
Tetris one block at a time.
Ooh baby.
Oh, you look like you had some internal conflict there.
I did.
What's that? Tetris is like life. Your accomplishments disappear and your errors pile up until you die.
That's horrible. That is not true. I'm not buying that, mister.
The next one on your list is New York City, which I feel like I guess we kind of touched on that.
Well, kind of, but that could be. Where did this list come from? It probably was like
Yeah,
something
where'd
that
you
I
get this?
chose from like a group of.
Nowcasting.com, I believe.
Oh, what are they now?
chose from a list of.
Oh, like a drop-down
good.
menu or something.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
Watch this.
Oh! Oh!
Worked for that.
And then Standard American is the last accent.
Yeah, it
You
is.
just
How do you do that one?
just talk like this. You
Just talk like you're talking.
talk like a
Oh,
person.
you gotta talk like John Wayne.
Like John Wayne? Is that standard?
Pilgrim. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know what his accent was.
Pilgrim.
Pilgrim.
We gotta
I
tie
imagine-
these horses.
I imagine the John Wayne accent is just like Dave Chappelle's white person accent.
No, I'm not going to screw myself that much.
Yeah, I was like, that seemed like a...
Bold move.
Also, you have that you speak Spanish on here, but you didn't have like Spanish as a dialect.
Yeah, there's a difference between speaking the language
Yeah,
and
Corey.
trying to
Oh, you can't.
Jeez.
sound like you have an accent.
Fair enough.
I can speak the accent in the language, but it's more difficult for me to speak the accent outside of the language.
Fair enough.
¿Habla español, señor?
Un poquito.
Un poquito.
Muy
Muy bien.
poquito.
Muy bien.
¿Por qué?
¿Por qué? ¿Por qué?
¿Por qué? Why?
¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? Ah, see.
Yeah, I can only speak English, and even that, barely.
I speak 2 languages, English and bad English.
Yep.
Cool. Well, that was our Dueling Dialects.
Yeah, and I can do another New York City one. I could also do like Jewish grandmother, New York, like babushka,
right.
eat your food, Oh,
So,
that's not
you're
what I meant
too
to do.
Oh, you're too skinny.
Oh yeah,
Why
you
don't
gotta
eat
put some
something?
meat on your bones.
Though I think about my grandmother, she was Italian, but from New York.
A likely
It's the
story.
same kind of thing. It was like,
Yeah.
"Ay, manja, eat something.
Yeah.
You're too skinny."
You are too skinny. And then there's like, well, false start. There's a sort of like a high pitched like, oh, I don't know if I can do it, because I'm trying to play right now at the same time. Like, oh, you want to fuck with me right now? You're gonna mess around with me? You want to get in a fight? That one.
That's great. I don't want to mess.
Yeah,
I don't
mix-
wanna
No,
fuck with you.
I don't think you do.
All right, now mix them all together.
One mono accent.
Pan global.
Yeah. Okay.
I am everything. This is all excellence. That's I don't know.
This is closer than I could get.
This is what it sounds like. Do all accents together.
Does it sound like Swissguard from Metalocalypse? We've Scandinavian education. Did you ever watch that one? Metalocalypse?
Me?
Anyone.
Me.
Anyone
I
present.
Melissa, I did.
Melissa.
I see a nod.
Melissa needs a mic.
Yeah.
No?
No. Maybe.
That's made in Georgia, right? Georgia.
No. I don't think
No?
so.
Oh,
No, I'm pretty sure Titmouse is out of LA.
damn.
Because they're same people that did like home movies.
Hmm.
I think the
I
only
didn't know
Adult
that.
Swim shows made in Georgia are like The Streams and like Aqua Teen and
Adult
Sea-Lab.
Swim?
Yeah.
Isn't Your Pretty Face is
Oh,
Going to Hell?
and Your Pretty Face is done here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
'cause I
show
know a
is
couple people
wild.
that work on that.
That show is so wild.
I've auditioned for that show so many times.
Really?
Oh, man.
So many times.
Do
And
you
I have
want-
to admit, there was like a point where I was like, probably the first 4 times I auditioned for it, I was like, I don't understand what I am supposed to do. I don't get it. And then something happened, like maybe the last time I auditioned. I just really I looked at it, I watched it,
Hmm.
and I suddenly understood its brilliance. And I really appreciated the succinctness with which they write. Like the amount of information that they can get out of so few words, because it's such a quick show.
Yeah.
And yeah, I went from being like, I don't get this and I'm not sure I like it, to, wow, I really appreciate the writing. There's still a lot of the messaging that might not be what I would choose as a storyteller necessarily to focus on, but I could appreciate it in a whole new light, which is nice when you kind of get that experience of.
So if you're listening, casting director for Your Pretty Face, she gets it now.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
like you have to sell your soul to the devil to be on the show.
Oh, probably.
You know,
It's
maybe it's
possible.
like a method acting thing. Like
Yeah.
they only want people who are actually in contact with the Dark Lord. I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't put it beyond.
That's standard Hollywood boilerplate,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Scientology.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys. So I was working for a company once, and I'm just gonna take a risk here. That was a wrong thing to do, I think. They wanted us to train in Scientology. Oh, Rookie mistake.
Oh, no.
Rookie mistake. No, can't cover that. Damn it. Yeah, they wanted us. The owners of the company were Scientologists, and Here's the thing. In general, I'm fine with people believing what they want to believe, as long as they don't try to like push it too much on me or anyone else. Kind of.
Yeah.
Thank you. And
You're welcome.
see if we can make this into something.
Oh, I think
See
you
if we
got
can
it.
make
I
something
think you
happen
got
here.
it. I think you got it.
Yeah, I think you got it, but got it, just don't get it when it's... Are we in Atlanta or what? Okay.
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Don't say the
Hot
T.
Hotlanta.
Can't say the
Are we
T
in Atlanta? We in Atlanta what?
Where the players play.
Only real locals call it Hotlanta. That's not true at all.
I'm not
How
sure.
many people would fight you?
Oh no, I know. It's meant to be inflammatory.
Hey, only real locals call it Terminus, okay?
Yeah. Hey.
Hey, huh?
Hey,
Huh?
hello. Way to bring it back.
The circle.
Yeah.
I feel like you were in the middle of the story, or was that the end of the
Possible. It's very possible.
point? Because I was kind of engrossed. In,
Oh, was it interesting? What was it about?
It was about Scientology.
Oh, yeah, someone does
Are you afraid
Scientology.
they'll sue you?
No. I don't think I'm afraid of that.
Isn't that
I
their
don't think I'm that
MMO?
important.
Isn't that they? Well,
Did
yeah,
you
I
say
guess
their
it's-
MMO?
MMO.
MMO?
Their MMO. Their
Isn't there an
massively
MMA?
multiplayer online game.
Oh, what did I just do?
Oh my God, there should be a
Fine.
Scientology MMO.
God. I don't even want to know. What
Call
that
me
would be.
Brad Pitt. Or not Brad.
No.
Tom Cruise.
Tom.
What's wrong with me?
What is wrong with you?
I've got that Lex Dixia.
Well, that's all right, because I'm psychotic. I mean, psychic. Thank you for laughing. So I worked for a company, and I guess the owners were Scientologists. I was not supposed to do that.
Oh man.
It's okay. It's okay. You're only.
It's Lord Xenu getting back at you.
Yeah. They hacked the Tetris.
Not
the
okay.
Tom Cruise hacked the Tetris like Mission Impossible and sabotaged your game.
He suspended himself from the ceiling.
He's got a broken ankle right now, so.
He does?
Oh,
Yeah,
poor Tom.
Here's what I will say
From
about
the
Tom
Mummy?
Cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to stop production on the newest Mission Impossible because he broke his ankle because he does his own stunts.
He does.
He's like 50 something now, isn't
Yeah,
he? He's up there.
good enough there.
Were you gonna say something about Tom Cruise?
Did you ever meet him?
Did you have a Tom Cruise story?
Yeah.
It's okay.
This is
Just
more
breathe.
important now.
Just breathe. Let go of your conscious self.
Remember, there is no spoon.
Free your
There is no Tetris
mind,
block.
and the rest will follow. Be colorblind. Don't be so shallow.
Oh,
Oh, no, that would have worked.
That's not what I was trying to do.
That would have worked, though.
I wasn't. No!
Oh.
No!
Oh boy.
Okay, just
I'm giving up.
no, don't give up.
I can't.
Never give
No,
up.
give
Never
up.
surrender.
If you don't give up. Okay.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you
Do I want to turn when I'm over there?
Roll to the people watching. Rude.
Rude. It's not rickrolling if you genuinely enjoy the song.
Oh. All right, I gotta hear this Tom
Here.
Cruise story.
Okay. At least I'm third.
Here, Corey, do you want me?
Yeah, you gotta put in here.
Okay, you can put in your.
Yeah.
Make it
I'll
say
tell you.
ass.
Really?
La.
This is not gonna be what you guys expect.
Uh-oh.
I'm.
Lava? Larva?
No?
I'd like to buy a vowel.
Mm,
Ah.
Gacha.
Is that your middle name?
No, that's the name of a goddess who I named my production company partly after.
What's she the goddess
Shameless
of?
plug.
How do I make it go? Start. Who's calling? Dylan?
Yeah, I'd like to give another roll.
Minerva's Madness Productions is my production company. Yeah,
Okay.
Minerva is the goddess of. They kind of say she's like Athena. She's like the Roman version. So she's the goddess of creativity, love, beauty, and the arts and war strategy. It's kind of badass. So Tom Cruise and Scientology, which the two stories can be linked, and I have stories that link them. But which do you want to focus on first?
Oh, I don't. Wait, you have a Scientology story and a Tom Cruise story.
Yeah,
I think you're in
and I
the
have a
middle
Tom
of
Cruise.
Yeah, I think you
Scientology
started on the
story.
Scientology story
Okay, so let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
in the beginning.
God created heaven.
So I was talking about a company that I worked for that
You
they were
created
Scientologists, and they were like, "Hey, we're going to give you this free sales training. It just happens to be presented by the people from Scientology." And I was like, okay, I mean, it's free, whatever. And so I went to the little training, and they're like, "You can have more training for free by coming to the Celebrity Center."
Oh, jeez.
That's how I
And
get ya.
so then I was like, okay, it's free. And so I went to the Celebrity Center, and I'm not going to go into a lot of details just in case anyone was watching. I don't want to be sued, but the thing is, anything I would say would be the truth. I will say this: they had me watch a video which looked like it should be so obvious that it's like not a real thing, but they present it as if it's real. And then they had me go to this class where I was supposed to be learning about sales, but instead they had me sit there for like an hour with my eyes closed until they were going to tell me when I was clear to begin. Now, I had done a good amount of meditation, so I thought when they were talking about being clear, it was like, oh, when I get to kind of a calm place where my mind is open and I can receive new information in a positive way, I'm just clear and present. But I got to that place, and then they were like, weren't saying anything. They were just sitting there. This girl was just like sitting there staring at me, I guess, because my eyes were closed, so I didn't really know, but I kept being like, I think I'm there. And she's like, no. But then I'm also very intuitive. And I started to feel like there was something like she was like, it just felt weird in my brain or something. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, my third eye got all weird. And eventually, it was like a 2-hour session. It ended. I didn't get to where I was ready, apparently. And, I left, and we scheduled the time for me to like come back and work more, but I had this weird feeling when I was leaving, like it felt bad, but I felt like I wanted to go back, like a weird sort of addictive feeling.
Oh,
Weird.
damn.
And I never went back.
Well, that's good.
Oh, good.
Because it was just, there was something very strange there, and I can't put my finger on it, but it wasn't right. To me. My Tom Cruise, so I was on set with Tom Cruise, actually 3 different sets when I used to do background work. Every single time he would come out and say something to the people in the background, which was very cool because most of the celebrities that were on set did not do things like that. So I always really appreciated that. He'd come out and he'd just say hi to everyone, not necessarily individually, but he'd say hi to the group. And so super friendly. I worked on The Last Samurai. I was chosen as one of 3 girls, and we were they called us the Clad Lovelies. And it was an unusual circumstance where even though technically we were background, we had to be picture-picked. We had to send in pictures and submit for these special roles, and we got fitted for our own outfits. And they actually had us very featured, and Ed Zwick even gave me a line to say. But then they ended up cutting almost the whole scene, so you can't even really pick us out, even if you know that we're in there. It was the scene when he's in America at the gun show.
I was about to say, you don't
girls.
look very Japanese, so I was wondering.
they cut almost the whole scene. They pretty much focused just on him being asked to go to Japan. So, I got to work on that for two long days. It actually changed the shape of my ribs forever because
you had to wear a corset?
The corset.
Oh, man.
my God.
It was painful, and I'm not sure it was worth it, but it's a good story to tell.
Apparently you've never been to
Billy,
Singapore.
what's his name? Billy,
Zane?
no, the one who's in Last Samurai.
Oh, I don't know.
He's passed away now. Billy, I think he's Irish. Anyway, he was really,
Oh, I know
really
what character
super
you're
nice.
talking about. Yeah.
Super nice guy. Super laid back and cool and just great. And then the last story that links them together is when I was a background on War of the Worlds.
Connolly?
Yes.
Billy Connolly died?
Didn't he? Or am I imagining that?
No, he's not
Nope.
dead.
He's alive still.
He's alive.
Good.
I was gonna say.
Sorry I said you were dead, Billy Connolly. You are fabulous.
That's good.
I'm
I
glad
like
you're
Billy
alive.
Connolly.
Yeah, super nice guy. And so when I was on War of the Worlds set, they had a Scientology tent on set. In
What?
case anyone wanted
Well, I
to
mean,
check it out.
What was it?
aliens are kind of
I
their
don't know, I
MMO.
didn't go to
so
the tent.
Their MMO.
I was like, no, I've already been through this. You're not going to get me.
Right. Did
It's
they
weird.
give you a Thetan reading, an e-reader when you were there?
I don't know what they did. It was weird.
It's interesting to me that you said like it felt addictive being
Yeah.
at the facility. I wonder if they like pumped drugs in the air. or
No,
something
it felt more like
weird.
psychologically, like emotionally addictive. Like I felt like I didn't want to
Like
go
Stockholm
back, but then
stuff?
well, sort of, maybe.
Yeah, it's probably a bit of like they probably purposefully don't give you anything to do that first time, so you feel like inadequate and want to prove something.
Right. Maybe.
That's that's kind of
Also, like, think about it in a weird way. Like, I had someone completely focused on me for however long that was. And even though I didn't really like the experience of it, it also felt a little
Attention.
sad to leave. Like, this
Oh, no.
place where this person was so committed to helping me, whatever it was that, like, I was being supposedly helped to do.
There it is. That's the piece I want.
Yeah,
Sorry.
nice.
Don't let me cut off your story with my. I get in the habit of narrating
It's all
myself
right.
while I play.
It takes focus to play this game.
Like Ford Focus. Again,
My-
not one of our sponsors.
My ex, who I love dearly, we're still good friends, had a Ford Focus that was always breaking down.
Again,
Definitely not that.
not one of our
Ford
sponsors.
Focus. I mean, it was a great little car in a lot of ways. It just, yeah. Maybe not always breaking down. I'm probably slightly exaggerating.
So you've been on two Tom Cruise pictures.
3.
3. What was the third one?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I don't
don't know that
remember.
one.
It was 2. It was War of the Worlds, and then there was another big one. Unless I'm just making it up. It's possible.
I mean,
it was
yeah,
just
you
2,
could just
but
be-
I feel like it was 2 big blockbustery kind of. I mean, I guess the Last Samurai was blockbustery, but like I feel like it was another sci-fi one, maybe.
Was it, there was Edge of Tomorrow? That was a little more recent, though. I don't know. Then there was... What was the one where he's, like, in space and Morgan Freeman's there and...
That's a good question.
Space. Morgan Freeman.
It's like Edge of Oblivion something?
Oh, I think it was just called Oblivion.
Yeah, and then...
Or yeah.
That was 2013.
This would have been in the early aughts.
Early aughts.
Oh.
Yeah.
He did Last Samurai, Collateral, then War of the Worlds.
Tom Cruise is my
Minority
least
Report?
favorite
Was that-
part
Minority
of
Report was 2002.
Last Samurai.
Huh?
Vanilla Sky.
Tom Cruise is my least favorite part of The Last Samurai. Because I like the story of that dude, Kasimoto. Because he really did have that rebellion. I'd like it if they did a movie that was actually like about him and historically accurate. But
It's an interesting choice you just made.
I'm just going full muscle memory now.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't even.
Oh, bro.
I'm
Oh,
just
bro.
Oh shit! No! Oh wow! I can't believe that pulled off.
Sometimes.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh.
I lost it.
Another interesting choice.
It's all falling apart.
No, sort of. Maybe.
I'm gonna do something crazy.
Yeah, do
here.
it, do it. Yeah!
Oh.
Anything else?
Let's see.
Well, how much time do we have?
We have as much time as you
Man.
want to stay.
I want to say we.
It's a
what did we
10-hour
start, like
podcast.
at 7 or so. What time did we actually start? Like 7:15.
Yeah. Ish.
We have been going for an hour and 13.
Oh, wow.
Okay, it's maybe another 15 minutes or so.
Okay.
I don't know if you have a hard out or anything, but we generally do like hour and a half to an hour,
Okay.
or 2 hours.
Cool.
So, whatever.
Consulting?
Oh yeah, you should talk about your consulting thing that you said you wanted to plug that.
Yeah, I do, because for a long time, you know, since I've been an actor for a while, people would just kind of like ask me for information. And I thought, I love sharing information. I also have been doing this for a long time. Maybe like someone wants to pay me for it.
Oh no.
And then, that was sad. It's okay.
No.
I think you're still second place. I think you still beat me.
Not okay.
I understand.
Not okay.
Oh man.
Oh.
Sorry, Minerva.
Whatever. Minerva's not alive anymore, except in my heart.
We killed your god.
You didn't kill her.
You should-
If she ever was, I mean,
one,
she's
Dylan.
still alive in spirit. She's always alive in spirit.
Yeah, all gods need is someone to believe in
Wow,
them.
he doesn't tell me I was flashing people.
Uh-oh. Where are you?
I mean, my bra was a
Oh.
little sticky outy.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, geez Louise. Yeah, so,
I did not see it on the little.
on the monitor? Okay, good. Never mind. Super classy and put together over here. So I actually did this thing where I tried to create a business called Hollywood Dream Coach, and I was going to, like, coach people on how to get to Hollywood. And then it kind of, you know, I don't know, like I didn't put a whole lot into it. I got a couple clients, which were great, but then I didn't put a whole lot into it. And then earlier this year, Susan Franzo, who used to own, was the co-owner for Atlanta Models and Talent, my agency, had started a production, or a consulting company called Actors Consult, or Actors Consult. And she decided she was going to move to Florida, take a new job, give up the company. She had been working with a casting director, Jen and Julie, who's lovely, and they had done a number of things together. And so she decided that she was going to leave, you know, some of her business to Jen, but also wanted someone local. And I was like, hey, I would love to take that over. So I did. I haven't done as much as I would like in terms of promoting it, but I now have that lovely business that she created. And I'm really excited about consulting other actors on their careers and helping them to get where they want to go.
Awesome.
So there's that.
So, what sort of things do you, I guess, what goes into consulting as far as acting goes?
Well, one thing that people often feel confused about is the difference between coaching and consulting, and I do both. But there's career coaching, there's acting coaching, and then there's consulting, and then there's kind of life coaching, I guess. Mm-hmm. And so the consulting to me is like, I have over 20 years of experience in both LA and Atlanta. I've been here for 6 years. I've been on a number of TV shows, theater, all that. So I have, plus even just as a chauffeur, or even just a lot, there's a lot of things where I've gathered information from my own experience or from the experience of others who are a lot more experienced than I am. Mm-hmm. And I have a lot of that to share. So to me, consulting is just taking the information that I have accrued over time and applying it to where someone's at and sharing, like, what I can tell them. As basically what would be considered an expert, I guess.
You seem like you've got quite the you've been around the.
I've been around the block.
I didn't want to phrase it just like that, but.
Does that sound bad?
It can sound bad. It doesn't necessarily have
like
to.
you've been around the block. It can.
Yeah.
Full circle. Circle.
More than once, many times, which is why my legs had to. I literally had to have people help me walk. That was so weird. And then coaching, like acting coaching, is more of like the craft. And I don't necessarily want to do a whole lot of that. I don't consider myself an expert on a particular method.
Do you do like Meisner? Or?
I've trained in a lot of different methods, including Meisner, but I don't consider myself an expert on any particular method. However, career coaching, I love. And to me, the difference between career coaching and consulting, there's always some crossover, but career coaching is more like me asking you the right questions to help you to figure out what you
what's
need
your
to do
next step.
Yeah, or you're getting ready to go to an audition, you need someone to kind of help you get in the right headspace, or you're trying to figure out what you want to do with your life, like, you know, things like that. versus the consulting where it's more just like giving information, me answering questions for you. Does that make sense?
What would you say is your best piece of advice for an actor?
Depends on the actor.
Well,
Train.
let's say I'm an I want to act, and I've never really
Train.
acted in any. So just train.
Take classes.
Just train 5,000 hours. That's usually
10,000 hours.
10,000 hours. See,
people now
I'm
say
a slacker.
15.
I'm lazy.
Some people say 15 now.
Oh man,
Oh man,
yeah.
inflation.
Well, everybody's living longer. You gotta-
My friend, do you all know John Kassab? He's a filmmaker
name sounds
and
familiar.
from Australia, interestingly enough.
Mhm.
He has done a good amount with the Atlanta Film Festival the last couple of years. He was one of the producers for Like Lambs. And we're buddies, and he said to me the other day, he said 15,000 hours. I was like, 15,000? Why am I on 15,000 now? He was like, well, I forget what he said exactly, but he was like, I don't want to just be like a run-of-the-mill master.
He wants to be a grandmaster.
Yeah.
He wants to
I
be...
forget how he said it, but I was like, oh, fine.
But then when am I going to have time to play video games?
If you're becoming a grandmaster video game player.
Oh, man.
I mean,
I'm
if
easily a
only.
grandmaster video game player.
Yeah, I would have been if I'd stuck with it. Then I'd probably be hallucinating everywhere.
Blocks as far as the eye can see.
Yeah, but the reason I really love it is I'm not only am I eager to make a living sharing information, because it's not always easy as an artist to, it's always good to find other ways to make a living, but I also really, the people that I've worked with seem to really get a lot out of it, and so that makes me super happy that I can use the information that I've accrued to make a difference for others.
So what about me? You have any advice for me as
What about you?
So I mentioned that I was trying to get into like
Voiceover
and voice acting, and I think I already know what the advice would be, but I need to make my reel. Is like that's like my next. I know that's like my next step. But is there?
And have you trained at all?
As far as voice acting specifically, a little bit. I've done like a few like workshops, but as far as like voice acting, not so much specifically, but I have done quite a bit of like a lot of improv acting, and in like college I did a bunch of plays and classes and whatnot.
Like, I personally have done very little voiceover. I love voiceover work, but I wouldn't call myself a voiceover actor, in large part because I haven't specifically trained in voiceover or done a whole lot. And obviously there's a lot of training you can get on the job. If you happen to get a good gig, like, great, do that. Just like if you're in theater all the time, maybe you don't necessarily need to be in classes all the time because you're constantly doing your craft.
Right.
But I think that, there are people who will just always say, don't train. But the biggest mistake I made, I think, when I began, was thinking that I didn't need to train more. And so not only do you learn about the craft itself, and you get the hours in doing it, and it gives you a structure to sit and do it, or to have to do your homework, or whatever it is. You meet other like-minded people. It looks good on your resume. Honestly, the people that I met were just as important, if not more important than a lot. I mean, it was important to do the training, but depending on the class, like, yeah, I think it's really good to do the right training. Obviously, there are a lot of people who will charge you a lot of money for not great training. Don't do your research, audit. There's a lot of good voiceover artists here who teach. And then, for voiceover, it's ideal to have a good setup at home where you can just tape your own stuff. That's good for on-camera stuff anyway these days.
Good save there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was. No, it was good.
That was like, yeah.
And then, most of my consulting is based on looking at an individual's materials, and then just sitting down and kind of finding out what it is that they feel they need to know. So I'll go, in initial session, I'll have someone send me whatever marketing materials they have. I'll do my own research to see online, like, how they are represented, and then I'll come back with notes on what they do have, what I think they should have, and then, case by case basis, work with people on what they want to work toward, because not everyone wants the same career. So some of it might be helping people get more specific so they know where to focus, or suggesting specific classes, or personal branding.
That's a hard thing for me in the creative industry, and I gotta imagine this is the same across the board. But it's like there's so many directions you can go now.
Oh yeah.
Because there's so much like crossover skill and that it's hard to focus, because it's like in order to do that training and in order to do that work, you have to like pick a direction and stay in that direction, and it's like, oh no.
And as artists, we often feel like we want to do everything.
Yeah.
Because we see the fun or the whatever in everything. And so that is another thing for me that has been a good lesson, is to try my best to focus. I don't think I'll ever just do one thing. But yeah, focusing energy.
Oh, got level 8.
Nice.
Oh, he just beat us.
You totally obliterated us.
It's like,
no,
no.
pull it together.
See?
Pull it
That's what
together.
happens when you get a compliment.
No, stop, guys. Yeah, I know. I feel like in any art, whether it's visual or performance or anything like that, you have to really love the process too.
Yeah.
And if you don't love the process, then you're probably not going to do well, business wise or actual artistic wise, because you're going to be doing it a lot. If you don't like the process, then it's going to be a slog.
And people often, mistake being an actor for being famous or
being a celebrity.
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
and
That's not
getting the accolades for actually being a committed artist, or that's just.
It's a very patriotic stage.
Yeah.
Right. It's not very Russian. Oh man.
So.
I mean, technically, this is like a port by the Japanese, right?
Right.
Oh
man, level 9.
Oh man.
No.
Dude.
No, it's not. No.
Okay.
It's too fast.
All right.
It's too fast.
I know.
GG.
But yeah, you pretty much blew us out of the water.
GG.
I was going clear.
I am no longer on the board.
Oh.
Yeah, you were going clear. It's a good thing I placed first, so at least I could feel good for a little while.
We're all about dashing your hopes here
Thanks.
at Terminus.
I know. We get to the end of the podcast when the guest has
Well, you just got to come back and redeem yourself.
Okay. Maybe I'll come back in between and practice.
There you go.
Oh, snap.
See,
Like
now
that.
this is where, and now your whole career falls apart because the Tetris bug
The
comes
beginning
back.
of the end of her
Tetris
career.
and tequila.
Tetris and tequila.
They'll do a biopic of you called Tetris and Tequila.
Tenaya Cleveland story.
Tenaya, Tetris, and tequila at Terminus and Friends.
Oh my god.
What?
The 4 T's of success.
If we can monetize that, then it's fine. It'll be worth the hallucinations.
Cool. Well, should we end on that? It seems like a good.
I feel like I feel like we all got
Nice.
two. We all got 2 plays in, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
least.
Yeah, 2.
Cool. Well, thanks for coming out. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for watching. If anyone actually watched us live.
And
if
thank
not,
you, Ford Focus Tequila, for wait.
Ford Focus brand tequila.
Drink and drive.
Drive to where you drink, and then
Uber
drive
home
back.
or Lyft.
Goza, what did we say? Doc Chase,
Goza,
Goza, Ford Focus. All companies that...
Premium Goza tequila, made from the finest Mexican agave.
Agave.
And the Church of Scientology.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
not forget about
Church
that.
of
We
Scientology.
totally pumped them up.
Are your thetans low? They need a boost.
Wait, I thought you wanted your thetans low. I thought having high thetans was bad.
Do you have too many thetans all the time? Have some Goza tequila. Chase those thetans away. Goza tequila. Xenu approved. We're gonna get sued like too many class action lawsuits.
We don't have any money.
There's no such thing as bad publicity. So
There you go.
Right.
all right. Well,
Are we officially...
Good night,
is it-
everybody.
we always have an
Nah.
awkward goodbye, so I just wave until we're off the air.
Nah.
Bye, everybody.